Hi there. It's a Let's Get On With channel update. July was a bittersweet month. The sweet end saw a return to local solo content. I cruised through Road Rash 2, and that playthrough featured inexplicable events I still find amusing. Ben! I'm glad I beat the game. I'm more glad to have finished Homeworld Remastered. I expected to finish the game, but the year-long odyssey it took me to get there. Well, maybe I wouldn't have dithered so long had I known the rest of it was so easy. I remain pleasantly baffled by the experience. In other local news, I finished the cooperative albatross that was Mercenary Kings. That game was so not for me. This whole zombie adventure trilogy, zombie army trilogy adventure, though, it sure is. I am annoyed about the video tearing in the first session, and I wish I had caught it sooner. I had thought about roping Lethal and JG into recording that first session or just going through the stuff myself, but I thought it better to preserve those first play experiences and moments. Oh well, it's all good now. Also in the sweet end is me transferring over archived live broadcasts I have done over the past year. I didn't want to upload them onto YouTube until I was ready to come back. It's good to share the moments with folks who don't enjoy watching or simply cannot watch on Twitch. In particular, I've got fond memories of Mortal Glory. I'm almost at a backlog, so your daily bombardment will soon end. Concerning the live stuff, a question you may have is whether I intend to polish off the replay of Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. I completed the story, but I never did another stream for the extra content. I'm pretty sure the answer is no. I haven't been in the right mindset to tackle Jimmy's bonus stuff, and, well, I do already have one completed series of the game. Another question you may have is when I might pick up again on Cook Serve Delicious 3. The answer is, I don't know. Whenever. Maybe next year, maybe never. We'll see how it goes. I'll also take this opportunity to address that local and live content have been interwoven throughout the history of Let's Get On With It. I don't see that changing. Local is more focused, curated, especially over the years. Live is more tangential, intimate, at least with its participants. I continue to enjoy both avenues of sharing what I do. Part of that includes engaging with folks who don't enjoy the other medium. We can have different interactions. I like that. Now, I have been asked before over the years, and I've considered, whether to create a separate YouTube channel to archive broadcasts. The idea is not unlike the one where I create a separate channel for role-playing sessions. The answer is still no. I don't want to muddle my focus. Videos, yes. Brain power, less so. Maybe if I were an everyday for 8 hours kind of broadcaster, I'd feel different. Just not how I get on with it. Other Let's Get On With It-esque tidbits from July. First, Def Evan 13 did upload co-op gameplay of us tackling Streets of Rage 4 together. He's definitely better at the game than I am, but it was a good excuse to hang out and beat up some mooks. He's good people. I'm still glad he sprung back into activity, even though it's been years now. If he could get the time to inject 1,700 more hours of high-level covert action content in my veins, I'd build a shrine to him on my channel. Besides all that, I participated in Zerfall's annual MS Bike charity broadcast. Helped raise over 11,000 Canadian dollars. I did throw out a stretch goal, if we reached 8K, that I'd try on some beard glitter, but I might not fulfill that goal until sometime next year. Maybe before I'm about to shave. I'm a jerk. Zerfall's taken a long time to fulfill some things too. So it goes. Right. Bittersweet. A few hours after the summer update, I got word that my father's brother had been found dead. The circumstances were gruesome. July has been soaked in family affairs. His property, his dog. You know, the biz we may leave behind that we think we have the time to resolve. Death happens. Something you probably know. I hope you have loved ones, allies, folks you can trust to have your back. Cherish them. As for me, well, after this past year, I am running low on loved ones. There haven't been any clearance sales or bargain bin deals, so I might start holding auditions. Make sure your CV is up to date. Double check your references. Note the $420 US processing fee. That's non-refundable even if you're rejected. Any interviews will be conducted by Corporate Grimith. That'd be a great segue into Patreon shoutouts, but I reckon I should devote some time to talking about what happens next, and let's get on with it. There's still the Zombie Army Trilogy playthrough, of course, but I mean local solo projects. Well, I still have the remains of 2 games I was testing last year. Startopia and the Temple of Elemental Evil. You'll notice they're both there on the Remnant request I have. Both are for 7 hours. Both of these were a bitch for me to capture in a satisfying way. The former I couldn't trust, and the assorted windows I forced it into was unstable. The latter just really sucks. In windowed mode, it's gross. At least for me, it's an accessibility thing. Temple of Elemental Evil has many modifications, several ways to display. I'm completely dissatisfied by the fonts in them all. I've even manually adjusted them, and it still just looks gross. I might just record that sumbitch in native resolution. Yeah, that's right. 2021. Maybe I could put that in a virtual machine. Fuck it, hell no. Look at this baby, right here. Both games are from that awkward early 2000s time frame that often becomes a time sink for me just to set up, before I even learn how to play the game. Now, if I don't do those, there's other options I'm looking at. No promises, but I'd expect at least one thing from the list in August. Not that there's that much to it anymore. Some are going to be easier for me to record than others, though. So again, it's a game thing. As for non-list articles, you know, I made mention of Covert action. It's the sort of game I'd rather watch someone else do. It's a pain in the ass to play. You know the theme of folks playing video games on the internet so you don't have to? This absolutely fits in the wheelhouse of content. I would just, like, a game experience I would rather digest through someone else, like such as Death Heaven, playing it, high level. Just watch that, than me doing it myself. Kikoskia is revisiting it right now, and I've enjoyed that, but I don't know, there's something there. I could go off on so many tangents about microproses like minigame format that you find in Sword of the Samurai, and of course Sid Meier's Pirates, and Covert action. Yeah, I feel like pissing myself off with those controls and showing off my skills with substitution ciphers, instead of tinkering with how to record something, then, well, I guess we'll see, huh? Maybe I'll pick a different game. A happy game. A happy game. Again, we'll see. So, all in all, what to expect next month? Stuff. And things. Listen, I don't sell people on what I do. You know that already. I may have charisma, but I'm just not that kind of person. In fact, I get annoyed when people post comments onto videos for the sole express purpose of doing it to help my search engine optimization algorithms. That's not a funny haha joke. It aggravates me in the same way people just posting first does. Like, I read that and I'm like, why? You have consumed my time, that I'm like, oh, there's a notification, let me check to see whether that's something that I should, like, address or resolve in some fashion. And it's I'm here to help you. And like, no, don't do that. It's not a modesty thing. It's it aggravates me thing. I'm not like, if corporate Grimith were really into that sort of thing, like, if that's what I was here for, if those were the angles I would play, I would have taken radically different approaches to what I was doing. It's not my bag. It's not what I'm here for, okay? Despite the illusions of grandeur and intense sums of cash, I tantalize you into giving me for whatever fucking stupid reason. I will start removing comments and blocking people, though, if they persist in this whole search engine thing. Jazz hands. And who knows in YouTube's unstable commenting system whether I'll actually have the power to unblock and unmute you in the future. I'm serious. It's a thing. I've already said too much, and I need to shift away before I start taking the microphone because viewer interaction. Corporate Grimith time. Yeah, let's give the people some shoutouts. Applejack, XAIX1999, Thick is a Bad Shot, Darkwin. Look, it says, I will read your possibly mispronounced name. But okay, it's yours. You can have that, Dar. Ta-da. Chris Van Beers, Pork and Beans, Zachary McKinley, Abhorson, Kalen, Mog, Necrolotu, Perpentak, Tiny Shopkeeper, Dark Dawnstar, Matthew Pitts, Olexi Zelo? Zelo? No One, Halloween, Arthresh, Augusto de Oliveira. Grimith, why did you write Aguso? You should know by now. What the fuck? Azure Rain, Brandon Schneider, Cast Iron Dude, Corbin, Crazy MLC, Eric Adams, Eroding Sun, Green Doom Guy, Industrial Robot, Inferno 308, Luke Butkus, Nexus Nemesis, Maxwell Damage, Nick King, Otaku Shout, Patrick, Ponderfish, Pewtero, Skylord Cathman, Smooth Move, Sothakal, Trash Panda 420, Travis Olexa, Who, and William Melbourne, all in the $10 or higher category for this month. I said I was pleasantly baffled by how Homeworld Remastered. I am flummoxed, perpuzzled. I do not have the words in my lexicon to articulate how incomprehensible and ineffable, like, the past, 2 minutes have been. Like, what the fuck? That's a lot of names. How has this happened? How have I charmed you? Please tell me so I can charm more people. How have I tricked you? Did I roll really well on my skill checks? Was it just positive qualities I took at character creation? Did you not have a choice for these flaws you took at character creation that have led us together in this moment where you have chosen to pay me to accomplish nothing? I mean, this month has actually seen some activity. But, next month's gonna see less. What about the month after that when I don't even have any backlog at all? It just require, to just, generate stuff on the fly? I don't do that. Look at how much I've done over the past 11 years. Come on, man. Come on. Be real with yourself. But if you don't want to be real with yourself, you can always trust me with your money. I will appropriate it and spend it on with looks. Probably still animal expenses. It's probably still what I'm paying for. 2 of the 4 kittens that I have been caretaking since Easter remain unadopted. They have had varying eye infections. I am concerned about their long-term adoptability at this point. They are to varying degrees playful, but they're kind of attached to each other and might come as a pair, a set. And they're not selling prospective adoptees when they spend time at the place that they're kept when it's not my house to, win over the hearts and minds of others. So yeah. Also, probably house repairs. Hell yeah. You think this money is going back to Let's Get On With It? No, if I keep it in this dilapidated state, folks will continue to show pity upon me and shower me with wealth. I can't say that's an accurate assessment, but based on all those names I read out, and the varying degrees of wealth I'm being showered with, I mean, why not? The sky's the limit, right? Diamond hands, baby. I fucking throw myself off a cliff. Oh, shit. That about does it. I've, for the most part, enjoyed our time together. Or sometimes I don't. Just like there's sometimes you don't enjoy me, I'm sure. The good news about it is that we can walk away from each other. We don't live together. I hope we don't. If we do, let me know in advance, okay? Because you need to start paying me rent. Maybe I need to start paying you rent. I'll do it with the Patreon money. One final quality of life thing. This is just like one of those like life hacks, like cheat codes that it's the sort of thing that it's like, man, if only I had considered this sooner. Like how years back, during the colder months, I started keeping a door of mine propped open that leads into the attic of the rest of the house at night because, you know, cold air would filter in and then I could have air osmosis. That's the technical term. You can tell I'm a science person instead of a cardboard box major. I'm like, I know that word, but it has currently escaped me. Oh, shit. You know, that sort of thing, where it's like, man, that's the life hack. It's a way and just curve off some effort and save some money on some things. I should have thought of that sooner, yeah. And it's not the same as opening the window, because the window feels the train. It's awkward. Opening that door, though, doesn't reveal the train. Anyway, I'm rambling. This is the part of the video where I ramble. Life hack time. Over, like, the summer, you know, I was watching someone, and now and then over the years I've been frustrated, like, this person is too fucking low. Like, they are concerned about, like, their personal volume level for whatever particular reason. Me, for example, I have my gain on my microphone set a little bit, and I have this so even though I know when I get riled up, or I speak in a normal voice, or I start laughing, and I clip. And I've thought about means of correcting that, and of course I've thought about adjusting the microphone so that there's no gain at all. But my, like, personal volume has a high variance. I'll, like, wiggle and bob my head, and I'll tilt it to the side, and I'll look in every which fucking direction, though I do try to look away from the microphone when I'm about to, like, have, like, a ha-ha funny moment, so it's not, like, laughing directly into it. But there's plenty of people out there that I'm like, this volume level is completely unsuitable for me. I have to have you cranked up to the max on my speakers. They're not unreasonable speakers, and I still have to have you cranked on max. What the fuck? And then I thought to myself, someone has had to have made a fucking app for this situation. Like, someone has made a browser add-on that can modify my experience to create extra volume level, much like the VLC media player, only it can go even larger. It can embiggen. And sure enough, this has been true. Much as the case with the Dark Reader browser extension, allowing my photosensitive eyes to function in dark times, which is what I desire. And so Volume Master is what I've taken to using. I like it. It allows me to boost up to 600%. It's great. The speakers haven't detonated. It's good times. You might not need that for consuming my content, because Grimith does provide the volume. In most circumstances, I believe that to be true. It surely must be true. I know there are people who turn me up and say I'm too quiet, especially on Discord. I don't understand those people. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Do I need to, like, eat the microphone? Do I need to, like... Let me move the pop filter here. Do we need to, like, go into, like, sexy ASMR time? Like, I can't even do that. I can... What if I just, like, create, like a half hour of ASMR where I just roll dice into your ears? Just softly, like, flutter the D6s, the D8. You can listen to my D100. this... Where the fuck is this update video going? We're down here. Anyway, there you go. Volume Master. That's my personal endorsement. I really thought I was going to get below the 15-minute mark, and I'm looking at the recording software right now, and that tells a tale, huh? Well, I guess since we're fucking here. But yeah, whether it's like a compressor, or maybe just disabling the gain entirely, or maybe modulating my voice so that I keep a more even voice level. The problem is that I get amused, you know? I laugh. Sometimes uproariously. That's too loud, right? That can't really be ASMR. What if I move it away from the microphone? Oh, then it doesn't trigger. Stupid noise gate. What if I gently roll it instead of shake it? What if I say it slow? I don't think that's working. Damn. Alright. All filter goes back over it. Take care of you and yours. Hope your days go well. Don't write comments for search engine optimization. I'm going to give you folks a chance to leave comments on this video. What happens next? Don't invoke the wrath of past Grimith. He's there. Maybe I'll create like a Patreon tier where, you know, at a certain like price level, you're like allowed like like a YouTube comment like once per month that would normally like piss me off. Like, no, we'll accept this. I will permit this person to have wrote those things. They will not be blocked. Corporate Grimith always scheming to make more money. Yes. Alright. That's it. We're out of here. Take care.